I'm extremely happy and nervous to be at such a big stage. And I hope that I will do my best and get the first prize. Fireworks. Cartoon. Scenery. Inventor. Good morning.
Yes, so what is the video clip about?
The video clip is about education in different ages, situations, circumstances, and different levels.
Yes, we're in Vietnam. So,
Yes.
So what do you think about the curriculum in Vietnamese educational system?
In my opinion, the Vietnamese curriculum is very focused in math, literature, and English, and history. And I think, although those subjects will help us in some ways in the future in our lives, most of them is not very necessary and some should only be taught to a certain level, and as to not make students overstudy, make them stressed out, and make them dislike schools.
So, what changes do you want to have now?
I think that we should have a set of subjects, or 4 or 5, that student is compulsory for students to study, and we can have additional optional subject that student can choose from if their desires to study and pursue the subjects.
Yes, so there's something that you don't like in the Vietnamese education system, is it right?
Yes.
Yes, so in the future, for higher education, would you like to study in Vietnam or would you like to go abroad to study?
If I have a chance, I will do my best to go abroad and study. My top countries that I would like to study in include Singapore, Germany, or America.
Okay, thank you.
And now I would like to present my topics. So the other day, when I was hanging around with my friend, she asked me a very interesting question. Why are you guys so into video games? I haven't played any of it, and I don't find anything fun and interesting about it. And hearing that got me thinking, is although video games is an extremely popular form of entertainment among millennials, but they are often frowned upon by parents, the media, and educational experts as violent, time-wasting, and a threat to our productivity and imagination. But are those statements actually true? Or can video games actually be good for you? Can video games actually make you smarter? But before I get too ahead of myself here, it's important to remember that too much of anything can be bad, not just video game. For instance, a large dose of broccoli can be toxic to your body. Heck, even water intoxication a thing. So if you just stay at home and play video games non-stop, the cons will probably outweigh the pros. Now, one of the most common arguments that people have against video games is that they're useless. They are a waste of time and they don't do anything good. And I think that is completely ridiculous and ludicrous. When you're playing a video game, you're putting your brain to work. And different genres of games can stimulate different senses and enhances them. For example, action games can enhance your reaction time, area awareness, quick thinking. Adventure games can help you with memorization, pathfinding skills, and puzzle games can help you develop creative and abstract thoughts. Playing games also make you perseverance, make you to learn from your mistakes, not to be afraid of them. And the list of benefits go on and on and on. Despite what many people think, playing video games doesn't actually limit your ability to engage in social interaction. A very good example of this is if you have a friend who also likes to play games. What better way to get closer to them other than discuss about the game you like, or even better, invite them over to play with you. And that's not the end of it. With suitable games, it can also be used as an educational apparatus, a tool to reduce the aging rate of the brain. And as technology is ever developing, video games can also be used to aid surgery with the implementation of cameras and remote controls. But of course, at the end of the day, all of the skills that I've mentioned above can only be useful if you use them. And you can't do that if you just play video games. So enjoy your pastime moderately, but always remember to diversify your life because that's how you win at the game of life. Thank you.